Commercial. A lot of people don't believe it, but a lot of people do. The ability of psychics and mediums to contact people who are no longer with us. Rejoining us, psychic spirit medium Lisa Lanno. Lisa, thank you once again for coming in. We've got a guest here today. You're going to talk with Ashley Kenyon, an employee here at WTNH, about connecting with lost loved ones. Show us what you do.
Okay. Well, first thing really quickly that I want to say to you and to everybody is that a medium is just somebody who hears at a different frequency. That's all it is, kind of like a dog when they hear, you know, somebody coming around the corner. When I met you, which was the first time today,
yes,
and we were walking to chat, we did your reading ahead of time for time's sake, and immediately got the feeling that it was your grandmother who had passed away.
It was.
And you had validated that.
Yes.
Now the odd thing is I kept seeing two people, and I kept seeing this little old lady who was in a hospital bed, and you kept saying, no, that's not her, that's not her. But it turned out to be somebody else, right?
It was my other grandma.
Your other grandma. Okay, so then we said, all right, now we get her out of the way. Let's talk to the one that you wanted to talk to. The first thing that I got from her, first I got negative, and unfortunately we have to do the negative to get to the positive. And I felt pain in the chest.
Right.
Was the first thing that I felt. And you had...
And she passed from a heart attack.
And she said that it was very quick.
It was really unexpected.
Then she went to something very positive, and she was telling me that you are very much like her. And I said, what do you mean by that? And she said, lovey. She's very lovey, very giving. So I'm all your people you work with now know what you're really like. She said you're very affectionate, very giving, very, very family oriented.
Yes.
And that you try to keep everybody together.
As best I can.
You try to keep the family together. She says that she was always your cheerleader, and then I heard planes. I just heard planes.
And I was in the Air Force.
Oh, that explains it, because they were pretty loud planes.
Yeah.
Like, I live near an Air Force base.
Yeah.
She said she was living normally, and I know I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but she said she was living normally. Very normal life, and I saw her, and I may look silly, but she's kind of doing this, and she's kind of...
She had a lot of energy. She went on walks before work every morning.
And she said she was like that, where she would just kind of bounce around, and just a lively, lovely person.
She was.
And it was very quick. She said it was just very, very quick. She doesn't like hospitals.
No.
She doesn't like doctors.
No.
Not at all. She said that you're very organized. She's telling me things about you. She said you're a very organized person.
Yeah.
And this is good, because you already did all your crying. In the green room, the back there.
Well, let me jump in here right because this is all the time we have time for, but I want to get Ashley's reaction. Ashley, by the way, is also lively and lovely, so much so that she's the receptionist here, and anybody who comes to WTNH, this is the smiling face that you get to see. How'd you react to that?
So I was kind of nervous to see if she would even come through for me, but everything that Lisa mentioned really validated that and gave me a sense of comfort knowing that she's aware of what's going on.
And that sense of comfort, I think, is what a lot of people come seeking for these things. Now, listen, you do other things besides these types of readings, including better intuition, fighting negativity. I don't want the day to end without talking about the negativity. We're going to put up some tips here, things people can do to make sure they stay on the positive side. Tell us more.
Okay, getting rid of negativity, you can, first of all, make your space your own. Make it...
hang with positive people.
Make it positive. I can't see the screen from here. Hang around with positive people. If you can't get away from negative people, maybe you work with somebody who's negative, make that space yours. Make it comfortable. Some people like to do a ritual. They like to light a candle, or I open a window. If I have somebody negative who comes to my house, I just open a window.
And you also mentioned something called a bubble of protection. This is an interesting little mental trick here. What's that?
It is a mental trick. You know, picture yourself just in a bubble where nobody can get to you, and you're protected. And, you know, I do that. I picture my loved ones and my grandchildren all in a protective bubble. And another thing you can picture if you have to be around negativity is just a wall of mirrors, but face them out. So anybody who's negative, it bounces away from you, and it really does work.
Psychic medium Lisa Lanno providing us with some information this morning that some people have, no, I'm not there, but who's not for fighting negativity? So,
absolutely.
Lisa, thank you so much. Ashley, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. See you.